It may not be Christmas officially, but it feels like Christmas for Raptor fans. Oh boy, Fred VanVleet re-signs with the Toronto Raptors, a 4-year, $85 million contract, an average annual value of $21.25 million for Fred VanVleet. Great to have him back. In my opinion, there was never any doubt that he was going to leave the city of Toronto. Why would he? Money does talk, but the Raptors clearly wanted him around, and he wanted to be here. So why would it not work, right? So great job for the Raptors getting Fred VanVleet re-signed. Like I said, 4 years at $85 million. And Raptor fans, we can't forget that Fred VanVleet has improved every single season statistically, and you watch him play. He was one of the top players in basketball on deflections. Tells you how active he is in passing lanes on the defensive side of the ball. We know he's a great perimeter shooter. He's gotten much better inside the paint. His mid-range has gotten better. He's much better facilitating. He has just gotten all around better every single season. Reminds you a lot of Pascal Siakam in that sense. It's a well-deserved paycheck for Fred VanVleet, an undrafted player getting $85 million. His philosophy, bet on yourself. It worked, and my goodness, you put the work in, Fred, and he gets paid. Great job by the Raptors getting him locked up, and great job for Fred VanVleet. Getting the bag, getting the money bags, all right? He's only 26 years old as Fred VanVleet, so this is only going to take him to 30. No big deal there, right? I'm just going to try and find out some statistics for you guys here. But all I know is that, he has shown in more ways than none, or more ways than one, that he is clutch. That's one thing. He's a leader. That's a huge thing. And that is so important because we don't know what the future is with Kyle Lowry. We don't know if after this upcoming season, which is the last year of his contract, we don't know what Kyle Lowry is going to do. Whether he's going to go to a different team and make some big money. Whether he's going to retire, whether he's going to take a big, huge discount, because in order to get a Giannis Antetokounmpo, you'd have to do so in order to stay with the Raptors. I don't know. We've all talked about it year in, year out, about Fred VanVleet progressing and getting better and better and better, and eventually taking over for Kyle Lowry, and ideally they're the same type of player, that grinded out, hard-nosed defensive player that is very, very good in the offensive end as well. So, and they're not very big. And then that's something that I think Malachi Flynn, who was just drafted by the Toronto Raptors, is really taking notice. And he's going to have a lot of fun learning from these guys who really had to go through the NBA just like he's about to. So it's a great story and whatnot. But guys, Fred VanVleet, it's incredible. I think he's one of the top undrafted players to make this much bank. I think there's some statistic out there. But all I know is that Fred VanVleet deserves the money. Anybody who's saying he doesn't either doesn't watch Raptor games or just wants to hate on Raptors anything or Masai Ujiri. Which, at this point, if you hate on Masai Ujiri and you're a Raptor fan, you're nuts. I trust Masai with everything when it comes to the Toronto Raptors. We all knew that they wanted to get the deal done for Fred VanVleet, and they got it done. Now, the focus turns to Serge Ibaka. At least in Raptor fans' opinions, right? Because we don't know where the future lies with Serge. And all things are pointing towards him leaving Toronto. We haven't heard anything about him coming to Toronto. We heard about Fred VanVleet, Toronto's the top destination and whatnot. And we're like, yeah, we kind of had that feeling, and he re-signs. For Serge, you haven't really heard about a reunion with the Raptors. He's always said he loves the city, loves the fans, would love to be a Raptor, blah, 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 blah. But in the end, there's nothing right now. And we've heard Brooklyn, which if he goes to Brooklyn, I will just... great, they're going to build a super team. Yippee, right? If they trade for Harden as well, oh, great, another super team. Yippee. For Serge, I'd love for the Raptors to re-sign him. However, we run into that dilemma of, okay, well, if you re-sign Serge and you already have Fred VanVleet at this much money, you already have Pascal locked up with a lot of money, what does that mean for a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo come next year? But that's assuming he's not a Milwaukee Buck, and assuming that he chooses the Toronto Raptors. So it's a really tough spot that the Raptors are in right now. Do they extend Serge Ibaka? Or do they wait? Do they go after, I've heard Tristan Thompson's name around out there, and I don't want a Tristan Thompson. That's my opinion. He's a great rebounder, which is fantastic, but he can't shoot the ball. And we've seen from Serge, especially last year, that he is really taking strides in the right direction with his shooting. He really has. Mid-range was always a good thing. But last year, he really turned that three-point shooting around. He's always been an incredible shot blocker, a great interior defender, and he showed that again this past year. He's going to get paid, but it's a matter of where. Do you want it to be in Toronto? Well, if that's the case, kind of kiss that whole Giannis Antetokounmpo thing goodbye. But do you want Ibaka back? Or are they going to try and swindle this like let Kyle Lowry go? He's making $30 million, so you might be able to lose that and get a Giannis. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to work it, but like I've always said, I trust Masai Ujiri. The Raptors lost Kawhi Leonard. They lost Danny Green. They bring in a Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, Stanley Johnson, but Matt Thomas, the undrafted player, Terrence Davis before all the shenanigans happened lately. And they're second in the Eastern Conference. They forced an incredibly good Boston Celtics team to a Game 7. You trust Masai Ujiri. You let him do his work. He wanted Fred back. He got Fred back. Okay, let's be happy. Because I'm jacked up. Fred VanVleet is a Toronto Raptor again. All right? And at least for 4 more years, unless he's traded like DeMar DeRozan, but I can't see that happening. Because the whole Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam thing feels to me like a DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry situation. Both guys locked up long term. You got your big man in a sense with DeRozan, and then you had the big man in Pascal Siakam. Obviously totally different players. And then you have your Fred VanVleet, your Kyle Lowry, very similar players in a sense, and also they're the point guard. So it's very cool how the 1-2 punch is kind of moving around. DeRozan and Lowry leave. Obviously Lowry's still here, and then Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam kind of take the reins after that. So it's pretty cool, I gotta say. But I don't want to say too much more, guys. I don't want to dwell on garbage and nonsense at this point. But all I know is that Fred VanVleet last year averaged all career highs. Now, it helped that he started almost all the games, right? He averaged 17.6 points a game, 6.6 assists, 3.8 rebounds for a guard, and averaged just a shade under 2 steals per game, and just under 36 minutes. He was also 39% from three-point range. So, a guy who can play really good defense, get a couple steals a game as he does, knock down threes, and he has some interior game. Obviously, when he gets into too much trouble, there's 2 guys on him, and it just gets blocked, no problem. That does happen quite often, but you'll take that from an and one. Right? I'll take the and one over a shot block. That's fine. All I can say, guys, and I'm going to leave you with this. I'm excited and ecstatic that Fred VanVleet re-signed to the Toronto Raptors, because I would have hated to see him go anywhere else. But I think, in the end, we all had that feeling that he was going to be a Toronto Raptor for a long period of time. And here he is. 4 years at $85 million for Fred VanVleet, a well-deserved money bag. And we're so happy to have him back with the Raptors for at least 4 more seasons. It's going to be fun. A lot of exciting moments to come for the Raptors. All right, so and they're not done in free agency. Like I said, like I told you guys in the Leafs free agent stuff, I'm going to talk to you in probably a couple of days, because they'll probably get some free agents going. They're flying out. I see Gordon Hayward's getting $30 million a year. And I'm like, look, when he's healthy, he's pretty good. But the guy hasn't stayed healthy the last couple of years at all. And you've seen when healthy, he hasn't been the greatest. Now, hit the ground running, be healthy for a full year, and maybe he'll be able to find his form again. But $30 million from the Charlotte Hornets, woo, baby, that's a lot of money. So, Masai Ujiri, he knows what this team needs. If Serge Ibaka's a gong show and he's gone, find a replacement. Probably a cheaper replacement. That's all I gotta say. All right, so guys, that is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and are jacked up to have Fred VanVleet, what the heck was that? Fred VanVleet back with the Toronto Raptors. Smack that like button, do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. Your thoughts on the signing of Freddy V? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Overpaid, underpaid? Let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments below. I think it was just about right for Fred VanVleet. Not a max deal, but a pretty hefty money bag for Fred VanVleet. So a good job there by Masai Ujiri and for Fred VanVleet, in a sense. All right, guys, let me know in the comments below everything, even the Serge Ibaka stuff I talked about. Let me know in the comments below. Twitter is down below for myself as well. Follow us, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down in the description, so follow up there if you've not done so already. All right, and I will talk to you guys, like I said, at some point, probably in the next couple days, as the Raptors are bound to do something else. And it probably won't take long, because Masai Ujiri is a hell of an executive, and Bobby Webster ain't too shabby himself. So we're going to see what happens, guys, but all we know right now, Steady Freddy is in Toronto for at least 4 more years, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.